All right, guys. So here we go. This is my little breakdown of the fight card. Of course, Figueiredo versus Benavidez Part 2. This card, I tell you what, man, I've been doing pretty good as far as my picks have been going until I came to this card. But even then, it's not so bad. I guess I heard the people had bad time and they've done worse than this, so it's actually kind of nice to know that. But anyway, yeah, still, I think my picks are usually pretty accurate, but this one, I don't know. Weird card. These Fight Island cards, I tell you, man, it's kind of hard to bet too heavily and stuff. But anyway, let's go on to this. Enough of that. So this one, of course, coming up, I think a lot of people picked Spivak to win. He was a huge favorite for a reason, but I mean, look at that. Got the majority decision, right? Just kind of, outclass this guy, which I thought would happen. I mean, Felipe is kind of like more of a boxer, kind of blows up and wait to make the, get that, get up to those higher weight classes. But let's be honest, I mean, I think he could cut down a little bit. You know what I mean? Go down a weight class. But yeah, 44 total strikes for Felipe. It's 165 for Spivak. Significant strikes, 44. Again, I guess every strike that Felipe threw was significant. I guess that's how makes sense. I mean, the way he's throwing, right? But 73 of those, 73 significant for Spivak, right? So we got takedowns 3 for Spivak. Passes 1 for Spivak. I mean, look at his control time. This is the story of it, man. 4 minutes, 52 seconds of control time for Spivak. I mean, I knew this fight went down pretty much the way I thought it would. It just that, you could put him in a little parlay and stuff. It's hard to really bet heavily or be so super confident in someone like Spivak. I mean, he's a good guy, but I just don't think he's a world beater kind of status. I know the heavier divisions are kind of shallow, but in this and that. But the thing is, I feel like Spivak, I mean, he just needs to up the, maybe get the hands a little crisper, striking a little bit crisp. I think, yeah, I hope he makes improvements. But yeah, good job on him. And a good job if you picked him. I got this one too. I got correctly. I felt good. Yeah, Saryukan, man, look at that unanimous decision. Really, I mean, I liked it. I just thought like the taller, the larger framed one. Ramos, he makes weight because look, he's so muscular. He's so short though, right? He's like that stocky kind of guy, and he wants to kind of get you ground, submit you. That's his game, right? He'll land some body shots. As I broke that down. But the thing is, Saryukan is just on another level, and it happened. As I saw it going, look at that, man. I mean, 118 total strikes for Saryukan. Ramos only had 49. Significant strikes, 91 for Saryukan, 33 for Ramos. Takedowns got 1 for Saryukan. Passes got 1 for Saryukan. Look at that control time, 3 minutes and 8 seconds for Saryukan. Ramos, 18. I think the wrestling is what really helped him get the decision, just kind of manhandled him. I mean, Ramos's path to victory was going to be the submission, and Saryukan showed that, no, I'm no slouch on the ground. I have a good top game. The strikes are looking crisp as well. I knew he'd have an advantage on the feet against Ramos. Yeah, man. Good for anyone that chose him, put in a little parlay or something. But yeah, this next one, here we go. This one I knew was going to be like a really good back and forth. I thought it was very even. But damn. Man, I did get this one incorrect because I thought Malcolm Gordon would kind of edge it out. I thought they were both kind of even skill set wise. I think on the ground they look good, on the feet as well. I just gave a little edge to Malcolm. I thought I like the power in his hands. I like the submission attempts that he's really stubborn with what he's doing, right? I like that. But man, round 1 submission. You kidding me? Amir Azi, man, he's a real deal. This is like a title. This would be in any other fight organization this would be like a title match. You know what I mean? These guys are like the high up in the lower range. I'm sorry. I guess outside the UFC, I think they're really high level, and they proved it. They're UFC caliber. I mean, I still think Malcolm Gordon, he come back and can do well, but he's improved, man. Total strikes 5 for Malcolm, 28 for Amir, 3 significant strikes for Malcolm, and 12 for Amir. Takedowns got 1 for Amir. Submission attempts 1 for Amir because of course he got it. Passes 3. I mean, the story of the fight is Amir subbed this guy, man. I mean, good job. I mean, Amir's definitely, man, did well, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I feel like Malcolm's not. We shouldn't just write him off. But yeah, I mean, look, Amir just showed he's got it, man. He did a good job for him. And yeah, looking forward to his future fights too. But look at this, man. Coming up next, this is, boy, I'm sure a lot of people got this one wrong, man. I mean, if you got Brett Johns, you got that plus money, good for you, dude. But look at that, unanimous decision, domination, man. Brett Johns, I mean, because the thing is, Brett Johns was talking about his trains, I'm training with my brother, and he's really big, and it's okay. You hear these things, but you thought, I don't know, I thought Montel Jackson would come in. I thought Montel Jackson has, of course, those big hands. We all talk about big hands, great grip. I thought he'd be able to, Brett Johns basically is kind of a specialist. He wants to do his wrestling. On the feet, I knew, if you look at my breakdown video, he does kind of go in there like just like Vitor Belfort, Wanderlei Silva marches forward, head with his chin out, marching forward, throwing punches. I thought he would get caught. I know Montel would get the decision, but damn, it's just completely opposite, man. Look at that. 80 total strikes for Montel Jackson, though. 30 for Brett Johns. Significant strikes, 26 for Jackson, 11 for Johns. Takedowns, we got 8 for Johns, 2 for Jackson. Submission attempts, 1 by Johns. Passes, 2 for Johns. And reversals, we only got 1 for Montel Jackson. The control time, look at that. 8 minutes, 42 seconds for Johns. 2 minutes and 41 seconds for Montel Jackson. So when basically those two, Johns basically took Montel Jackson down, controlled it for 4 minutes. They get back up, took him down again, and controlled it for another 4 minutes, basically, right? Just really utilized his great game plan really well. And John's real deal. I hope he kind of adjusts the striking a bit, though. I mean, Montel Jackson obviously had the advantage, which I knew he would. And John just needs to keep the chin more tucked. Get the basics. Get those basics of boxing down. Maybe set up his ground game. But yeah, good job. Hope he improves. If you got John's, good for you, man. Joe Duffy, this one I got correct. Joe Duffy versus Joel Alvarez, right? Joel Alvarez, I mean, he just I thought, I was really confident that he would, but I think, Joe Duffy's a vet, and Joel Alvarez, man, look, he got him at submission in round 1. It's a good job. I knew he was good on the ground. I mean, he's shown some promise on the ground. That's his bread and butter, right? I mean, his wrestling, he's had some, but he's not super legit, super high level. I mean, I don't know. As far as UFC caliber, Joel Alvarez, the thing is, his striking just looks, for UFC caliber, it's amateur, man. And that's the thing. I hope, but I thought, he's a bigger frame guy. I thought Joe Duffy wouldn't be able to have too much success because he uses frame. And the thing is, Joel Alvarez, he always makes it a fight. Even if he's not the most polished on the feet, he'll still keep striking with you. Put a 1-2 upstairs and land with a low kick. He mixes up, and then on the ground too. He doesn't just give up. So I like that. He comes forward. Total strikes, we got 14 for Joe Duffy, 18 for Alvarez, 14 significant strikes. All of Joe Duffy's are 4. Look at that, they're all significant for both. But takedowns, we got 1 for Joe Duffy, man. But look, submission attempts, that's what it is. Joe Alvarez, man. He got the submission game. And Joe Duffy is just, at this time, I mean, that's why he retired, I mean, I just thought at this point in his career, he just can't be going in there with these young guys. Not that he sold himself, but in fight game years he is, And good job for Joe Alvarez. I don't like to put too much faith in a guy. I mean, he's a plus money, so it's great. I should have took it. I don't know why I didn't bet that, but I hope the UFC gives him more, appropriately level the competition, and I just hope improves his hands. But yeah, look good, man. Good job for him. Dawson, this one I got correctly. Yep, I'm sure a lot of you did. I should have gotten when he was plus money though, man. But Grant Dawson, look at that. Unanimous decision, a complete domination, man. Round 3, unanimous decision. Nad money. Nad, man, look at that. Strikes, look at that. The output of Grant. That was the story of the fight, right? Grant Dawson, 136 total strikes, 57 for Nad. 53 significant strikes, only 31 for Nad. Takedowns, 2 for Dawson. 1 submission attempt. 6 passes for Dawson, man. Reversals, none. But look at that control time. That's the story of the fight. 8 minutes and 11 seconds for Grant Dawson. And basically none, 9 seconds for Nad. I mean, that's what he did. I knew Grant Dawson's going to come out there. It was his game plan. He has that traditional martial arts background. He's going to go ahead and, you know what I mean? Grant Dawson likes to, he likes to be a workhorse. He likes to get out there. He likes to, use that kind of traditional martial arts, that kind of karate style, just kind of, land some kicks. He basically wants to get you to the ground, though. He's going to get to your ground, beat you up, pepper, he's going to keep wash and rinse, repeat, right? Just really interesting stuff. I liked it. But yeah, obviously he wants to go up in weight. He said he needs a full 8 weeks to make that, to have a full camp to get down to that weight. He's not 145, right? He said himself he's big in there. He feels like he needs to move on up. I just hope that when he does, the cardio will still hold up. It should, right? I hope he doesn't get out muscled up in the higher weight classes. But it went. I knew. I thought he'd have that pressure, he'd have that wrestling, and good job for him. And that's when I got correct too. Look at that. So this one, Roman Dolidze versus Kairis Ibragimov. Round 1 TKO, man. The KO though, I didn't know it would go down that quickly though. I think Hadis, he has the nice rangy style, and he's really young, man. He's came into the game young too. Rather kind of recently. He's done a lot. He's improving, so I still feel like he's a good prospect. I think he'll do well. I had Roman winning this because look at that, knockdowns 1. I thought overall he's well rounded. You know what I mean? And I thought, like, yeah, I just kind of, if you look at my breakdown video, I talked about it more in detail, but I just thought, I didn't know it was going to be that quickly, though, but I just thought he would kind of mind his P's and Q's and be able to kind of, like, mix it up a little bit more. I just thought, like, he was a nice, more complete fighter. But, yeah, hats off to him, man, Roman. And I still think Hudis will come back. Just needs to go back to drawing board and improve more. He's still young, but, yeah, man, Roman, he's no joke. Legit. Let's go on to the main card. That's when I got incorrect. I think a lot of people did. I just, Alexandre Pantoja versus Askar Askarov, man. Look at that. Unanimous decision. It was a good back and forth, though. I think the thing is, look, Askar's conditioning was really good. He was a fresher fighter in there. He took his game plan. Look at that. Pantoja was always in the fight, though. He could always there's times where he looked like he'd have some success. I thought, obviously, I just thought on paper, Pantoja was the better skilled fighter. Like, I thought the hands are looking good, right? His striking is looking good, and his BJJ is looking good, right? He's just more complete. Askarov is more like, he'll do like 1-2 upstairs, but, he wants to wrestle you, right? It's good, though. He's a fresher fighter, man. Like, 40 total strikes for Pantoja, 44 for Askarov. 32 of them were significant for Pantoja, and 41 for Askarov. Takedowns only one for Pantoja, 2 for Askarov. Look at that. Yeah, 2 passes for Pantoja. Yeah, he was still in it, man. Like I said, reversals 1 for Askar. Look at that. Control time. 5 minutes, 11 seconds for Askar. 2 minutes and 17 seconds for Pantoja. I think, Askar was just like the fresher fighter. He had that wrestling, and I think Pantoja just kind of faded in the third round. He was really fading, and but he was always in it because like looking for that, try to answer back. But I think as he faded, Askar was able to pop off. Even he would have some advantage on the feet just because cardio, it's like the most important thing, like one of the most important things to have. You can be like basic in your striking. You can just be like decent on the ground. But if you have great cardio, you can kind of, you can weather the storm and you can get these decisions, man. But, Askar, man, his ground game's legit, man. His wrestling's great. He didn't look too bad on the feet. I still think Pantoja's a better striker overall, but Askar was more conditioned, and he got decision. Good for him. If you got him, good for you guys, man. But yeah, going on to the ladies fight over here, Ariane Lipski and Carolina Lipski living up to her nickname of the Violence Queen, because look at round 1 submission, man. Oh boy, that was a nasty submission. Like, I think she popped her leg back, and I always thought, like, Luana. Some people are kind of saying with women's MMA it's tough because it does often go to decision, and you never know. Ariane Lipski has had some holes, and she's kind of looks sometimes lackluster in some performances, getting ragdolled. But Luana, she's like more of a specialist, like the Muay Thai. I thought, and she's a Ranger fighter. Some people thought maybe Luana would be able to use that Muay Thai, kind of keep her distance and pick away at Ariana. But nah, I picked Lipski. I just didn't bet it, but I thought she would have the edge, and yeah, she's just more complete. Like the ground game's good there. The stand up as well. What a nice submission. Yeah, she lived to it. I'm sure we'll see her in the next in a future fight card really soon. Didn't really take any damage, and again, those paychecks, man, good for you. But yeah, man, this one though, no, not correct. It was a nice back and forth brawl. What a fun fight, dude. Unanimous decision to Rafael Fiziev, man, over Mark Diakese. And the thing is, dude, it was back and forth. And the thing is, I thought the reason why, if you looked at my breakdown video, I took Mark Diakese. He was still in the fight, but you could tell he was kind of slowing down a little bit, and he couldn't really get his shots off. Mark Diakese, I thought he was just more of the well-rounded fighter. He had more experience. He'd fought a lot of high competition. He's been in there. He's got the explosiveness. He's got the Muay Thai background as well. He's got a good Muay Thai himself, and he's got some wrestling. He'll do some takedowns. I thought he was a more complete fighter. And I think Rafael is more of a specialist, but look at that, man. When I thought Marky Jesse would kind of Uriah Hall it, if you want to say it that way, right? And just kind of keep the distance, kind of land some flashy, something with more power. It's like, okay, because I was like, all right, I got Muay Thai, the basics down. I know all about Muay Thai. I'm going against this guy. I know what everything's gonna throw at me. I can see it. I'm gonna wait for my moment to counter him. Take him down. But man, Rafael Fiziev, oh my God, Rafael. When Mark would try to land, he did it twice, try to land a high kick. Rafael bent his spine all the way back to get out of the way, like Matrix, man, like the Matrix over there. And just great job for him. Look at total strikes, 82 for Rafael, 73 for Mark. Significant strikes, 78 for Rafael, 68 for Mark. Yep. Takedowns, 1 for Rafael. Passes, 3 for Rafael. Look at control time, 2 minutes, 49 seconds for Rafael. 22 seconds for Mark. This is just like, man, it just, I didn't think Rafael, I knew Rafael was good. I liked his, Muay Thai, but he doesn't, Muay Thai fighters don't throw jab, it's kind of like hooks, and the low kick's really nice, I thought. But like I said, he had the perfect game plan to beat someone like Mark. The pressure, you want to take away the range, right? Because it's not that Mark is so super rangy, but it's just that he needs space to land that something flashy on you, right? If you pressure him, he just did the perfect game plan for him. Hats off to Rafael, man. If you picked him, good for you. But yeah, that's he's a beast. But going up next one, oh man, this one too. Like, if you got Jack Hermanson, good on you guys. But yeah, round 1, man, submission. Damn, Kevin Gastelum, like I've said before. Kevin Gastelum, I thought, like, because the thing is, he's like a blown up. We've all know this, right? He's a blown up middleweight, right? Because he should be a welterweight. He's a blown up welterweight, I should say. I'm sorry, going up to middleweight. And Kelvin just like. I thought like he'd have better fight IQ, but the thing is with Kelvin, I've criticized him about this before, and I'm a fan of his. I like his fights, I like watching it when he's on. I think he's a fan favorite, but he's got the speed, the power in his hands, the movement. I thought his takedown defense would hold up, but man, he just that fight IQ. I feel like he hasn't really made big improvements. I feel like he's kind of stagnant because Kevin Gastelum, you'll see him make these mistakes. Like he's like, I think he's kind of in love with his hands. He's like, all right, you know what? Because I moved up to middleweight, like I'm usually the faster guy. I've got heavy hands. Like I'll trust in that. But like going down to the ground with Jack Hermanson, he's like showed a takedown. Like, why aren't you separating? At first I thought it was a mental game. Like maybe take it down. Like, okay, I got you. See your ground game's thing. But then I was surprised he wouldn't separate. Like, what are you doing? Going back into Jack Hermanson's guard and then just get submitted like that. Oh my gosh, man, come on now. I think Kelvin Gastelum needs to go back to the drawing board. Talk to his coaches. Maybe get new coaches. I don't know. He needs to. Maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know. But I really want him to see him improve. But he's just that kind of fighter, you know what I mean? If you let him put his game plan going, he'll go well. But the fight IQ just kind of really questionable, man. So I don't know. If you got Jack Hermanson, good job, and yeah, good for him, man. David Figueiredo, I think we all got a lot of us guys correct, right? Figueiredo got it, but damn, man, round 1's brutal. Oh, submission. It was crazy. I thought he was gonna get the knockout. He dropped Joseph Benavidez several times, landing ground and pound. I thought he got the TKO, but no, he went to submission, man. Oh my God. 40 total strikes for Figueiredo, 22 for Benavidez, 35 significant strikes for Figueiredo, and 18 for Benavidez, right? So Benavidez, man, he got heart though. Submission attempts 4 for Figueiredo, passes 2, right? Look at control time, 2 minutes 23 seconds for Figueiredo. He manhandled, man. Just really used his game plan. Is worse than the first fight. Damn. But Joseph Benavidez has heart. He doesn't tap. He's hung in there, man, proving he's an OG. Yeah, but I mean, Figueiredo look huge in there. It's obvious that, he should be like, he'd be a solid bantamweight. You know what I mean? Like he looked like at least a good division up from Joseph Benavidez, right? In the power show, there's a power differential. Just man, oh boy. But I'd like to see Figueiredo even move up, do some fun matches up with bantamweight, maybe even fight Cejudo, man. I don't even know. Just really good stuff. Really, yeah, he's a beast. But yeah, he's definitely a blown up. He's a huge flyweight. Like, he should be moving up to bantamweight, I feel like. But yeah, as long as he makes a weight and he's crushing these guys, hats off to him, man. Thank you so much for sticking around for this. You know what, guys? Let's get some more accurate picks. I promise you they'll be more accurate than this. But not my worst loss. I've been better than a lot of. I don't want to say that, but better than apparently a lot of people are saying. Oh, not too bad. Like, been a lot worse than this. So I feel actually really positive. And typically though, my picks have been pretty accurate. I see 80% correct, 80% correct. Like, sometimes only 2 incorrect. Which of course those are the ones that burned me, right? Damn. But guys, I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you actually get updates when I do this. And yeah, I'm really hoping you can share information, share knowledge, get some picks out there. Maybe make some profit. Of course, that's always the end goal. But let's get some knowledge going. The picks get them more accurate. Get some profit.